Hey Libra, this is Lisa with Heart of Inspiration. And at this channel, we help you lead a whole and healed, peaceful, and prosperous life. And I am here for your Mercury Retrograde, the first of the year, your Mercury Retrograde reading. Now, this is going to be for Libra, Sun, and primarily Moon. Not as much for rising, as rising signs are really kind of, I don't want to say they're calculations. I mean, they're signs because it's the sign that was coming, the constellation that was coming up over the horizon when you were born. However, I just feel very strongly the way the potency of these energies are going to be, certainly during the first half of Mercury retrograde. This is really going to affect sun and moon signs the most. Rising signs, it may affect how you are portraying yourself, or should I say, how you're projecting yourself towards the rest of the world, right? Because it's your personality. So something to be aware of. But just so you know, that's what we're looking at. Now, during the first part of Mercury retrograde here, there's a lot going on all in one sign, all in Aquarius. It's a traffic jam. It's overloaded. The party is overflowing, and it's all trining your sun and your moon and or your rising. So really, yes, Mercury retrograde is a time for where we kind of review our plans. Yeah, we know all about the electronics messing up and yada yada skippy skippy. No short-term travel, all that kind of stuff. But this is so much more than that. And to just say that it's just that and that we don't need to worry about anything else or don't need to concern ourselves with anything else or don't need to pay attention to anything else, I think is doing yourself a grave disservice, because this is a beautiful time for you to not just review any plan, but to really take some time and review your innermost thoughts, feelings, how your belief system has now evolved during 2020, how your recognition of this being the time for you to really step into your purpose and that call to something higher, that's really critical at this moment in time. Like, this is the moment where I hear spirit saying, listen, we've shown you, we've told you, or we've at least been pushing you out of the nest into the right direction and setting you in places so that you will begin to hear or begin to be able to work with the right people or be in contact with the right people and to elevate, right? And to work on yourself to elevate. But now let's just do a really quick review, because if you've been doubting it a little bit or you're just not sure which is the next step to take, you're going to have a lot of opportunity as Mercury kind of goes back and kind of backtracks, moonwalks, if you will, backwards over all of the territory it's already covered. And then kind of going to like interact with some new territory. So, it's going to hit the sun first. So, where are you personally, right? Have you truly become your own personal, shall I say, divinity or savior, right? Do you understand that you as an individual have a right to have a relationship? It is your birthright to have the relationship with Mother, Father, Spirit, right? It is your right, it's your birthright to walk in your divinity. It is your birthright to walk in your light, okay? And to be in contact and in communication with and in relationship with your guides, your ancestors, the angels, all, right? All of you. Yes, it's your right to do that and to walk as the divine, not supreme divine, but divine being that you are. So that's that first step. And then we're gonna go back towards Jupiter, right? And conjunct again with Jupiter while in retrograde to review the gifts that have been bestowed or the abilities, the great plan, the inspiration. Where are we going? What are we doing? All of that great stuff. Who are we collaborating with? What are we doing? this is all as a part of you being reborn in a sense, right? And really getting to know your higher self in this age of Aquarius in the beginning of it. And then then it's going to conjunct again with Saturn to look at the new foundations that you're laying in this evolutionary, whichever way you want to say it, spirituality that you're entering into. And so this brand new kind of technology that you're bringing in, and this alchemaic and this understanding of the esoteric and the metaphysical, and you just really releasing some of the old foundational beliefs that have thus far kept you. They've been very limiting, and they've kept you from soaring and becoming the ultimate, or remembering you, who you are, and ultimately, and then finally conjuncting with Venus as well. And Venus in Aquarius is very Lemurian in its energy. So conjuncting with Venus is what are you going to create? What do you, is this really, it's kind of like that final review of, yep, this is you. Are you truly in love with you? Are you truly in love with your direction? Are you truly in love with your path? So let's look at, that was a lot, and I haven't pulled a tarot deck a card yet. So we have some oracle here. I have the Beyond Lemuria oracle here, and I have the Keepers of the Light oracle, and let's pull two. So can I get two cards here, please, for Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising? Libra Sun and Moon and Rising, two cards, please. Let's get some oracle here. Realm Bridger, that is deep. Libra, you know, you guys are all about balance and justice, and ushering in balance and justice into the realms. And a lot of you I see being in tune and attuned to a higher other realms, or remembering who you truly are and who you incarnated as in this and past lives, and being able to bring that higher dimensional energy and that higher dimensional reality into this realm in a fantastical way. Home. I see a lot of you during this time period being reminded of not only, or understanding at a greater degree, where you're from, but Libra Sun and Moon, like going there, going back home in your dream time, in your day vision, your meditation time, and bringing a little bit of that higher dimensional home here into the third dimension to assist us as we are working with humanity to raise their vibration and to heal. Oh, this is beautiful. From the Keepers of the Light, Gaia, Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth. Stay grounded. Listen, we need you to bring all of these energies, realm bridger, from the celestial home to the earthly home. What a beautiful reading, guys. This is beautiful. One more, please. One more. Surprised it wasn't Commander Ashtar again. He's been showing up already tonight. Odin, one of my faves. Psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is and follow your intuition. This to me fits perfectly. You are bridging between higher fifth, sixth, seventh dimensions, realms, star systems, all this. Yes, you're bridging all of that, and you're bringing it in here. Right? And that is spiritual technology that's there. Metaphysical technology. We have to call it spirit because it's not third dimension. So that's metaphysical technology being brought in. And home is in your heart. You see it's in her heart chakra, yeah? And that's pure creative, pure love energy. So traveling back and forth between metaphysical home, spiritual home, other dimensional home, and third dimensional home is easy. We need you to bring that in and help Gaia and help bridge that gap, help bring the balance back of the divine feminine with the divine masculine, but bring that balance back. And a lot of you are going to be utilizing, or your psychic insight is going to be increasing, but follow your intuition. So if your intuition is saying, okay, today I need to take a break and I need to, it's time for a spiritual bath, or it's time for a reset, or it's time for me to detox, or it's time for me to spend a little more time in meditation, or it's time for me to be sure that I burn sage everywhere and cleanse my area, cleanse my living space, whatever, call that person, whatever your intuition is telling you to do it, because there's something on the other side of it that's just magnificent. Ace of Crystals. This is a time of new beginnings. We also have the Ace of Orbs. When you're speaking new, Ace of Orbs, that's like the Ace of Swords. Every time you speak something new in existence, something new comes into existence, and vice versa. Every time you speak it into existence, your words are so powerful. You are ushering in such a powerful new age into this earth. Libra, powerful. The balance that you're bringing in and the celestial balance you're helping to bring in is so critical at this time. So take this time to properly review, understand, integrate all of these energies, yes, and all of this information, and properly take some time as you're studying, and be sure that you have the right people that you are in your space, because, if you don't and they're not really in belief of anything, then it's a problem, right? So be sure that you're doing that. And then I would say also, as you're doing that, don't stay stagnant. But I would also just know that you're restructuring all this and reviewing, checking, dotting your I's and crossing your T's for a reason, so that you can come out of this and head into purpose, full steam ahead. Thanks so much for being with me here, Libra. Wow, what a powerful and beautiful reading. I so very much appreciate you being here and paying attention and being here through the end. Also, you may have seen some of the, information that flashes across the screen. Lightworker Academy is open, and we are having an ongoing certification program. It's a spiritual healer and a spiritual counselor, and energy healer certification program, 8 to 12 weeks. Lots of very, very important information and modalities for healing and counseling and being able to work with people. And this is not only if you're going to be a counselor or an energy healer, but honestly, these are, auric reading and things like that. These are things that you can be using in a day-to-day basis, no matter what you're doing. And because energetically being able to connect with and help empower others and help them heal is just absolutely critical for this earth. So 100 light workers in 100 days, launching them into their purpose. So if you'd like to be considered for enrollment into the certification program, there is a link down below. And please book a 15-minute call with me to be considered, to go start going through the process of being considered for the certification program. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you so very much. Namaste. Bye-bye.